Hello and welcome to another episode of Know the Good, Good to Know podcast with me, Ryan, my co-host Beeve, and we're looking forward to sharing the good news, fun stories, fun facts, and sharing some hero of the weeks. So, how are you, Beeve?
All right. Getting off the back of a car being broken down, toe being messed up. It's all good.
What's wrong with your toe?
Don't know. It hurts. It looks a bit funky as well.
You got gangrene? No, what's it called?
Gangrene?
No, what's it called?
I'm losing a toe.
When you drink too much rich stuff too much like meat, red meat.
Red meat, okay.
Too much like wine, maybe.
I've got no idea.
Oh my god, I can't remember what it's called.
I don't know where you're going with it.
And it gives you like a limp.
Gives you a limp? Scurvy?
Yeah. No, scurvy's like lime.
Teeth.
I have to Google it.
Google it.
This is why we need Jack.
Idea. No idea.
You
actually Google it.
Yeah, I'm going to Google it.
I know she said hero of the week.
Yes.
I was going to add this in on the actual segment or before the segment, but I think we should change it.
Okay.
We got to change
suggestions.
The title.
Go on.
But I'll wait until we get to the segment before I reveal what I'm going.
Are you going to give us? Because
I am.
Obviously, we do hero of the week.
Yeah. We'll have to find a way to harmonise with the new thing that I want to call it. But it's a much better title. It's a much better title. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you found out what it is yet?
No, I am looking, and it's very, very annoying. And that's literally gonna stress me out so much.
Okay. Well, we can boycott it for the time being because we've got a podcast to get on with. So, oi!
It might just randomly come about.
Oh well, if it does, then we know midway through here.
Maybe you should go first, and I'm gonna find out what it is.
Oh yeah.
Go on.
Oh yeah. Right. Okay. So my good news this week is sound waves revolutionising 3D printing, a breakthrough which Gout.
I just remembered what it was. Gout.
I literally didn't even get into the story. Either way, it's a breakthrough and with literally endless possibilities. And an exciting development, researchers have unveiled a groundbreaking 3D printing method that uses sound waves to create intricate objects faster than ever before. The revolutionary process, called holographic direct sound printing, or HDSP for short, is going to be an absolute game changer for the industry, ranging from healthcare to aerospace. Well, we're getting into June. We're going to get some spice. Mechanical, literally the lot. It's going to cover everything. Whatever needs printing, this method has it.
So you're going to explain how this method works, because
yes and no.
I guess you got to do layman's terms, right?
So, yes and no. So it's going to be, if I try to fully explain it, everyone would just tune out and quit the podcast out.
This
is why you should have read your story first. And then
okay. Go on.
So how does it work? Using acoustic holograms, the technique builds objects in a continuous rate, bypassing traditional 3D printing slower voxel by voxel methods. A voxel, for those who don't know, is a 3D pixel. But some say it should have been called a boxel because it is basically a 3D box, sort of like how the game of Minecraft is formed, sort of thing.
Okay.
So it's blocks that sort of sat on top of each other. What's amazing about this is the sound waves help counteract gravity's limitations, allowing for the creation of more complex designs with greater speed and precision. According to Professor Muthukumaran Pakarasamy, gosh, crikey,
sounds like a dinosaur.
Muthukumaran Pakarasamy from Concordia University, this method could improve printing speeds by up to 20 times whilst using less energy.
I do feel like that the 3D printing world isn't big.
Advanced as it should have advanced way quicker.
Yeah, I feel like it's been
already
around for a long time, but it's not big. If that makes sense.
What do you mean by big?
Like common.
You're gonna have to chat for a second because I've realised I've got.
Your laptop's gonna die.
Oh yeah, it is. I just looked at the battery. I was like, oh no, I'm about
Man,
to kick out.
we're off to a good start. 3 minutes in, and we're
off to a great start.
What have we had? We've had me not remembering something. You
just randomly shouting out.
Messing about.
Gout.
Remembering the gout. So gout is what you get if you have. I think it's like too much rich foods. Like it causes gout, like red wine, red meat.
That sounds about right.
Rich people usually get it.
I'm plugged in, so it's all good. Sorry. So, not only that, but the technology allows for changing shapes, materials, and motions mid-process, offering unmatched flexibility and a complete overhaul of the 3D printing process, as it's a very tricky thing to stop a 3D print midway through, because the parameters of an actual 3D printing are so fine, even the slightest sort of adjustment, nudge, or anything during that process can completely just
swing it off.
Yeah, it ruins the entire design, basically, or the print, should I say, and you have to start from scratch, which creates crap tons of waste. The best part, acoustic... Oh, crikey, I almost fell off the desk. Acoustic holography? Is that how?
You're asking the wrong person.
Holography opens the doors to innovations in tissue engineering, drug delivery, and even the creation of new skin grafts.
I was going to say, skin grafts would be a good shout.
Yeah, so for enhancing healing. It's a big step in the medical future. I feel like
it's like a sci-fi when they lay him on a table. Like,
are you reading my script right now? I was literally about to say it's getting ever so closer to like a proper sci-fi. Yeah, it is. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
We get into that sort of.
Soon we're going to be living in like a round thing in the sky.
Well, like a bubble. Oh, what? You're
What's
like Sky City sort of thing.
Yeah.
What's the movie? Matt Damon in it.
Yeah,
Elysium. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Oh no, because that's that bad movie. That's a bad movie.
Inception.
You got people.
Inception.
That's what, living in a dream within a dream.
No, not Inception. Interstellar. Sorry.
Interstellar. What? Finding out what black holes are.
You've never seen Interstellar?
It's weird because that sounded scripted as hell. Then.
Have you never seen Interstellar?
Yeah, I've seen Interstellar.
Okay, so at the end they have created
a world. Interstellar's the one where they go into black holes, isn't it?
He does.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yes,
yeah,
but that's the concept is he's finding. They're trying to find new life or a new planet.
Okay,
because ours is fucked.
Yeah.
And then he discovers the like the equation or whatever.
Okay,
and he goes into a black hole and he's through the whole. I don't know how it
he
works.
finds like a better.
He passes his message to his daughter, who's a brainiac, and she develops a space station where people live.
Oh, okay, fair enough. That's cool. I didn't remember that bit.
It's
a long time since I've seen
top 5 films, I reckon.
Oh wow, that is something coming from you as well, because you are a hard person to recommend movies to. So yeah, that's
Good
definitely
film.
up there.
Great film.
Back to 3D printing. With the sound waves, they are capable of penetrating opaque surfaces. This technology can even print inside the human body.
That's crazy.
Or behind solid materials, which is like nuts. It's weird to think about. Like I said, it's holographic.
I feel like
3D
I'm
printing.
seeing so much advancement. Do you know what winds me up about it?
Go on.
Like the whole Elon Musk thing. He just caught a rocket, didn't he? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Have you seen his robots?
Yeah, and that's what I was coming to next. His robots.
Yeah.
Mate, I can't get 3G. Like literally, I can't get 3G.
Yes, because you live in a little village right now.
But what's that?
Yeah, you live in a little village.
My internet speed is terrible.
Yeah,
and I've got fibre optic.
How much money does your local council have? Not a lot.
I know.
Not like Elon Musk money.
Can we just do the basics first and then move on to the advancements?
Nah, we get the advancements and then the advancements make everything else better and it branches out.
I guess when you look at it, like cars, like one car had an electric window and now all cars have electric windows.
Exactly. So it's got to expand somehow. You watch. You'll see. Have you ever seen iRobot with Will Smith?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, it's going to be like that. You're going to have Sonny and it's going to be
I always refer or Terminator.
Or Terminator. Hopefully less.
Skynet.
Yeah,
Skynet.
Yeah. Hopefully less so that much because that is the end of humanity as we know it. But
it's the end of the world.
I digress. The potential doesn't stop there. HDSP can print multiple objects simultaneously in different locations within the same space, making a huge leap forward for efficiency and precision. It's like moving from traditional, stereolithography, which uses lasers to harden single points of resin, to digital light processing, where an entire layer of resin is cured at once. Only this time, it's driven by sound. Apologies for those who have no idea what I just said there.
A sound rather than a laser.
Yes.
Hardens it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is how the process allows it to sort of
how
holographically be made. There wasn't anything in terms of the actual cost of how this is done, but if you think of the average sort of 3D print doesn't cost a lot of money. The only difference is it's processed differently. The materials are probably still the same, that sort of stuff. So it shouldn't really be that much more costly. It's just more efficient.
It's just hardened, finished differently.
Yeah, it's just finished differently, which means, and it's finished more efficiently. So I suppose in a time it'll be more cost effective than standard 3D printing is today.
Quicker, time,
exactly.
time is money.
Yeah, that's what I've got here. So, but in layman's terms, it can harden more of a 3D model quicker than before. So more than real-time changes. It'll allow real-time changes can be made to a model without having it fall apart. The exciting discovery has been detailed in a journal called the Nature Communications and brought to life in a fascinating video in Concordia University that has you literally have to see it to believe it. Imagine the possibilities, printing behind walls, inside tubes, or even within the human body. With this kind of versatility, holographic direct sound printing is positioned to be a paradigm shift in technology that could transform numerous fields. I generally can't get over this printing inside the body thing.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is so strange. Like, imagine what it could lead, like the possibilities it could lead to. So imagine how you needed life-altering surgery, and you didn't need to be cut open for that. Like you could have someone fix an artery or something with a 3D printed system without needing to be cut open or all that sort of guff.
Crazy.
It's mad.
It won't be long either.
No, exactly. That's the best part about it. So Professor Pakarasamy has said the technique that we already use and the devices that we use have already been approved for medical applications. This means that the future of 3D printing is not only here, it's limitless. But that's all I've got. That's all I've got, I'm afraid. I wish I could expand more on it.
Interesting.
Because it's a very, very cool sort of next level innovation when it comes to medical stuff, especially that. But
if you look at it from that aspect,
yeah, that's the bit I'm most excited about it for.
I guess manufacturing long term.
Yeah, true.
Sustainability,
much
maybe
quicker.
it's more sustainable.
Repairing vehicles, like if you have, I think airplane jets are super intricate inside the actual models themselves, or the engines and stuff. Imagine being able to go inside without having to take it to pieces, sort of thing. But yeah, no, it's really cool. But yeah, that's my good news. That's my good news.
Don't jet engines only have one moving part though?
Well, I don't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's why they're obviously better than propellers. They only have one moving part.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it could be applied to sort of when I said about aerospace, so rockets and that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah, no, very interesting.
I'm pretty happy about it.
I was surprised you don't own a 3D printer.
I would love one, but at the time,
That's such a
need
B
it.
thing.
Yeah,
I know, but that's such a B thing.
It is definitely.
In the future, you're definitely going to own a 3D printer.
Oh, well, hands down, yeah. It's
you can print random shit.
So great, yeah. Just
for our Secret Santa, night, whoever you get, is just going to get a 3D printed item.
You'll hear me coming, and I'll just have for some reason a kazoo or a whistle or something. I'll just print it. Just print it.
Why not?
Just printed it. Yeah.
Fair enough. Like it.
What you got for me?
I've got the ocean. We're going back to nature.
Back to nature. Like it.
So a celebrated ocean liner has been turned into the world's largest artificial reef. For decades, the SS United States has been moored off the just outside of the Philippines. Oh no, I've got that wrong. Sorry. Has been moored just outside of Philadelphia.
Okay.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's miles away.
As a reminder of the nation's seafaring past, but now looking into the future, it's going to be sunk to create the largest artificial reef in the world.
So, wait, Philadelphia, America?
Yes, that is where it is. That is where Philadelphia is.
No, yeah, I don't know.
Philippines.
I don't know if there was another Philadelphia somewhere, like, completely different.
No.
So, it's just going to be...
East Coast, yeah.
Like, there's Great Barrier Reef. There's reef in, like, New York, around...
Let me get there.
Okay.
It's not going to be sunk there.
Oh,
it's just where it is.
I was going to say, I was like, what? Okay, so I don't know if they're going to benefit from this, but yeah, okay.
Okay, Hans Sanders could be sunk. No, it's not really. So what let's just start with what an artificial reef is. So an artificial reef is a human-created freshwater or marine structure, typically built in areas where there's generally featureless bottoms to promote marine life. It may be intended to control erosion, protect coastal areas, block shipping passages, block the use of trawling nets, which is a huge thing.
Yeah.
Support reef restoration, improve aquaculture, or enhance scuba diving and surfing areas.
Yeah, okay. It's just benefits. That's
and the earliest known artificial reefs were built by the Persians and the Romans, which is kind of cool. Because
really?
you can use just like concrete blocks, right?
Oh, I suppose it's true.
They do that a lot on a lot of coasts. They just use concrete blocks.
So they were trying to recover like reefs back when? Like,
I guess so. Or maybe they just did it for
fun. They wanted more tropical fish where they lived.
You never know. Could be something like that. But artificial reefs generally provide hard surfaces where algae and invertebrates such as barnacles, corals, oysters attach to spaces where different sizes of fishes can hide. Mm-hmm. The accumulation of attached marine life in turn provides structures of food for other fish.
Yeah.
And the ecological impact of an artificial reef depends on multiple factors, including where it's situated, how it's constructed, the age, the type of species involved. While the artificial reef allows for coral growth, it changes the ecosystem as relative to growth for different species is not always the same.
No.
Studies have found that different groups and coral that are fast growing artificial reefs at different rates as if they would in natural environments. So they could potentially grow faster or slower.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
But what I'm saying is like the artificial reef, it builds a different sort of reef. It's
not a natural reef. Yeah, it's off an artificial basis. What if the people that have done this? I'm assuming this is already done and it's in
process.
Oh, it's in the process. If they if we happen to send them a message and they happen to also maybe pick up on an older podcast episode, I wonder if they're using seabird poop to enhance the barrier.
We should recommend it.
Yeah, we definitely should.
So, go on.
Well, no,
I agree.
That was it.
I was watching Beans eat. Considerable amount of research has been done into construction methods which are effective for artificial reefs, such as materials. Many materials now, which were used early on, are now considered a no-go, basically. And there's lots of literature around all this. I'm not going to go into that.
What, things like concrete and all that sort of stuff?
Well, I think they still use concrete, but there's just other
different types of...
Yeah.
Okay.
Different designs and stuff like that.
All right.
So while coral reefs are in danger worldwide, features like concrete blocks and shipwrecks can offer vital shelter to the habitat of dozens of marine species. Many old vessels in many different countries have gone to rest that way.
Mm-hmm.
About the actual ship which they're going to sink.
Okay.
The United States was built in 1950s with the aim of ferrying troops around the country in the case of a war.
Oh, okay.
After the ridiculous idea proved unnecessary in a very short time, as you can imagine, it was converted to a luxury ocean liner that was actually the fastest vessel on the high seas.
Oh.
One that still holds the transatlantic speed record. So the record is called a Blue Riband, which is an unofficial accolade given to a passenger liner crossing the Atlantic.
Yeah.
And this did it in 1952 at 35.5 knots, which is 65 kilometers an hour.
Yeah. And we're about to sink it.
Yes.
World record holder.
Yeah.
But it's sinking it.
But at least it's going to be like...
It's going to benefit, yeah.
Remembered. It's not just going to be broken into parts, right?
Okay.
It's going to be
that's
part of the sea.
That's a more beneficial thing to do with it, I guess. It's like when you get buried as a human, or you get the choice, or you can choose now to be buried like as a tree, or as fungus, sort
Put in
of thing.
a diamond, anything.
No. There's the whole like environmental aspect of it. So you bury yourself and plant a tree from you. So I'm guessing this is the same thing.
A lot of like burials, like they're trying to make eco. Like one local twice is all eco.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You're essentially just in the ground. Like, what better use for your body than to create something better?
So back when the ocean liner was in use, celebrities and head of states routinely walked along its decks until 1967. 2 years after the death of the head chief designer and engineer, the ship was decommissioned permanently during a routine maintenance stop. Now, the country board of country commissioners has approved a contract to see the United States off on a final voyage to Walton Beach, Florida.
Oh, okay.
That's where it's going to be sunk.
All right, yeah.
Where she'll be sunk to join a collection of 500 other artificial reefs that proved spectacular for divers.
That's a lot.
But it's a big ass boat, so the deal will also come with money from the county to open up a land-based museum dedicated to the ship. So again,
pretty cool. Yeah,
the legacy goes on.
Carries on. Yeah.
And one of the commissioners said, a male ponder said, to have the opportunity to have the SS United States right here by our shore is a heritage and legacy that is generational. I'm very excited, not only for the diving community, also for the fishing community, but the community at large. According to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, we've spoken about them before, for every $1 spent on artificial reefs in Florida, the economic benefit of the artificial reef system is a lifespan is 138 million or something in return on investments. Basically, it creates job.
They make money from this.
I guess so, because of the retail side of things. Diving rental, long term.
Yeah, that makes
pushes loads of money into the economy.
Yeah,
because they're going to open a museum. People are going to go there to.
It's going to be a permanent sort of system.
Exactly.
Dive in and all that sort of stuff. I suppose you have to pay to be able to dive in that area or anything like that.
So yeah,
it'd be like a protect. Is it protected? I'm assuming it is.
I assume it will protect. That's a good point. Actually, I should have googled that.
That's right.
So yeah, that's it. That was my story.
That's pretty cool.
The
what's it
called again? The ocean line. SS United States.
No,
very boring name.
Well, I mean, it's got a world record, so they're gonna call it.
It'd be interesting.
It's going to be their home.
I'd love to see it in like 5 or 10 years' time to see how much it's.
I bet the whole thing will be going mad. Like this is. I think when I did the bird poo story, I was talking about artificial reefs at the time.
Yeah,
no, it was reef recovery. That was what it was.
But we've talked about artificial reefs on a couple of occasions. I
think you have.
Yeah,
I think you did a story back when.
Because in terms of supporting the oceans, obviously. Well, there's a lot of corals dying, right, because of the environmental impact from us.
Yeah.
So we're trying to obviously offset that, I guess.
Hopefully, with the whole 30-30 thing, I said again like ages ago about 30. And your what was it? Yours was I can't remember what percentages. You found another story where another
0.7%.
Yeah, another country was going to try and save something, but hopefully we
That's
don't
all
need.
it takes,
hopefully we don't need to do that if we can rebuild it from scratch. But yeah. It's pretty cool. I like it.
That's a good one.
Nice little environmental story.
Okay, so typically now we'd go Hero of the Week.
We would.
However,
with our next segment, I want to say we are. Or I've sort of thought of this. I've suggested this, but we're going to rebrand it from Hero of the Week to Hall of Heroes, because
the
Hall of Heroes. Because it felt like Hero of the Week was just too short term, reducing such great people and what they achieved to just a week long.
So we're welcoming people into the Hall of Heroes.
We're welcome. So everyone that we've spoken about already, yes, you are part of the Hero of the Week, but now you are being inducted into the Hall of Heroes.
We can't not say it unless we say it like that now.
Hall of Heroes. Or you could try and sing it. The Hall of... No, it went with...
So now we're going on to our next segment.
Go on.
Where we're introducing our next members into the Hall of Heroes.
Yeah, it sounds way badass.
Sick. Right, let's do it. You go first.
Okay. My entry for Hall of Heroes.
That's going to get obnoxious pretty fucking quick.
And is the All Hands and Hearts Foundation. So they are shining a light on I'm shining a light on an extraordinary organisation.
You've got a heart on your hat.
I do. Oh, that's right.
Did you do it on purpose?
No, I didn't. We're shining a light on a very extraordinary organisation making a real difference in a disaster-stricken communities. All Hands and Hearts is a non-profit dedicated to providing disaster relief, and they are doing incredible work across America, especially when disaster strikes unexpectedly. I'm doing this purely because I found them on the cusp of a story about the unfortunate Hurricane Milton and Hurricane Helene that just sort of ran through. So I was doing a bit of looking into sort of seeing who's doing some good work there, and I found these guys. Whether it's rebuilding homes devastated by hurricanes or helping communities recover from wildfires and floods, All Hands and Hearts is on the ground ready to act. With their volunteers and people from all walks of life, they are working tirelessly to provide not just relief, but hope. They focus on long-term recovery, ensuring communities can rebuild stronger and more resilient than before. Their approach is called the Smart Response. It's all about taking action, creating change, and leaving a lasting impact. With these, they have some key pillars and how it works.
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. You look like
I'm just listening.
The work they do. From the first moments of disaster to years of recovery and renewal, they engage with the community members and partners to meet critical needs efficiently and effectively. Their experienced staff and dedicated volunteers lead the charge, responding immediately after disaster hits and then transitioning to long-term rebuild projects. Each project site is supervised by trained staff or team leaders to ensure a safe and positive experience for every volunteer. And don't worry, if you don't have any construction experience, they provide on-the-job training so anyone can help rebuild lives, no matter where you're from or what you do. Volunteer impact is the next pillar. Their team has been on the ground in places like US Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, St. John's, and Mexico. They've made a lasting change to the communities across the globe, from mucking and gutting after a flood to rubbling through earthquakes or safely demolishing dangerous structures. They start by listening to the community to identify the greatest needs, and from there they roll up their sleeves and to create a long-term action plan executed with speed and real-time problem solving. The third one is Recover with Heart. Where short-term aid isn't enough, they make a long-term commitment, engaged trained volunteers to rebuild not just houses but homes, places where families can feel safe. They construct resilient schools, daycare facilities, and community centres that are the lifeblood of every neighbourhood. Their open door policy means anyone from around the globe can volunteer, turning good hearts and willing hands into a powerhouse team capable of transforming entire communities. So they're a pretty big outfit. I didn't realise, because obviously you hear things like the Red Cross, that sort of stuff, but I didn't even know these guys existed until now.
Which is a shame.
It is, but that's why we do this podcast, is to find people like this and get their name a bit further afield. The fourth pillar is building resilience. Their impact doesn't stop at recovery. They're focused on resilience with aims in disaster-resistant construction. They ensure that new buildings are stronger, safer, and built to last, preserving the future of the communities they serve. Those projects range from, it could be colourful playgrounds in front of newly built schools, or with an example from Peru, to rebuilding safe, secure daycare centres in areas struck by disaster. The second to last one is renewal through creativity. One of the most inspiring parts of their work is how they encourage volunteers to become true members of the community, finding new ways to help and support. Volunteers have led projects like weekly movie nights for kids in Malawi, English tutoring sessions in the Philippines, and entrepreneurial and financial classes for secondary school girls in Peru.
Is there anything in the UK?
Not that I know of. I can't imagine they would, because we don't really have that many natural disasters. We have floods.
No, but they also do, by the sounds of it, other supporting?
It's more of the longevity side of
Okay,
after
so
disaster relief.
If a school has been knocked down,
Yeah.
they can support afterwards.
Yeah, so
helping.
They'll help rebuild the school.
Yeah.
And then beyond
Support
that, they'll
the children.
help. So if they
Nice.
say there was only like 2 teachers in the area, they would also get a bunch of volunteers to come in and be teachers or temporary teachers or even permanent teachers for that matter.
Do you know what they need?
What do they need?
They need one of my buses, my
Oh, you're
lorries. From one of
we're just doing recaps to every episode we've done.
one of my early days,
the
my
Bishop
design.
Cube bus.
Yeah, that's it.
I remember it. Yeah. I mean,
That's what they need.
if they did have access to it, obviously, because these guys
They must have something like that.
I was gonna say these guys started way before. I mean, if they're doing things like rubbling through earthquakes, I mean, something like the Bishop Cube would help them indefinitely.
The fishing cube, mate, it's so cool that we're flicking back. Anyway,
I like it. We should do it more often because we talk about so much good stuff. For it to be lost in episode like 3, we should
literally was like episode 3 or 4.
Yeah, I know, it's mad, but we should do more recaps because it reminds people of such great stuff. What was I? Oh yeah, so they organised Thanksgiving dinners for hundreds of flood victims in Detroit, showing that true recovery isn't about rebuilding the heart, is about rebuilding the hearts and the spirits of the community, not just physical structures. The last pillar is get involved. So this is more to listeners and any future listeners that listen to the podcast. Whether you have skills or simply a desire to make a difference, they have a place for you. You can join this incredible team of change makers and be a part of something bigger as they accept volunteers from around the world. So no matter what you do, so no matter where you're from, what you do, what your skills are, you can help. It doesn't matter.
Do you know what I find very difficult in this country is volunteering?
What do you mean? Well, how come?
So at my current company now,
Mm-hmm.
I was part of I'll say I was because I'm leaving the company soon, so I don't help anymore. But I was part of the community group.
Okay.
So I organised like the Christmas events.
Yeah.
And we tried to do other events like yoga stuff, just
like mental health things.
Yeah,
a bit of everything. Yeah, okay.
One of the things we wanted to do, because we all get given 8 hours worth of volunteering hours, so you can just stop working for 8 hours and help volunteering.
That's pretty cool.
The company allows that.
Yeah.
So we always try to look in our area. It's so difficult.
What in terms of
it's so challenging.
Like, there's nothing.
There's just nothing.
You can't find anything specifically to help, sort of thing. Oh, okay. Maybe
In Nottingham they helped with an allotment, but around here I couldn't find anything.
Is it because everyone doesn't? Not many
And
people
if you
need
did,
help, or is
and if
it?
you did, you have to pay. You have to pay to help.
Really?
So people obviously weren't willing, and the company's not gonna be like, we're going to give you 8 hours and then plus like £50 per person to help.
Yeah.
So that's what I found quite difficult.
Yeah, I mean that's sad to hear, man. As if. Yeah, I can sort of see. Oh no, I can't really see a reason as to why. There isn't a reason as to why you should.
Your
have to
organisation
pay
should be
to help.
betterly run. If you're having volunteers support in a certain aspect, then you want to be welcoming as many people as you can.
Exactly. Hands are money at the end of the day. So
but
that's bad.
I just wanted to check.
No. I mean it's good stuff. What about like? So do we have soup kitchen? Yeah, we have soup kitchens and stuff like that. Don't we?
Do.
Like
We do. Yeah, because there's actually an organisation called 3 Pillars, I believe it's called. Because when I was doing a mental health group, we tried to raise money for them.
Okay.
3 Pillars Feeding the Homeless, which is a local one to us.
Because what was the? I can't remember what they're called. Hungry something. It was one of my heroes, or Hall of Heroes, ages ago.
That's going to annoy me now.
Yeah, I did a post on it and everything.
That's going to annoy me. Jack, why are you not here? This is where we need Jack to be like, okay, I'll just quickly scan for it anyway.
We'll do a recap.
You crack on.
We'll figure it out. So back to this. Every volunteer, every act of kindness, every brick laid helps build a brighter future. That's why my hero for Hall of Heroes this week is the All Hands and Hearts Foundation. In a world where disaster seems to be happening more frequently, it's heroes like these who remind us of the power of community and the action. We applaud All Hands and Hearts for their commitment to helping people, and when they need it most. I just midway just stopped reading for a second there, for showing us what real compassion actually looks like. So
welcome to the Hall of Heroes.
The Hall of Heroes. Yeah. Also, I do have a little ad addition. So they do live updates on their website as well. Cool. So at the moment, when you
do a post, you're gonna chuck a link to that.
Yeah, definitely.
It was so cool. When we get our own website, we can have the Hall of Heroes, which you can go into, and you can have, and then even when you click the button, it's going to say the Hall of Heroes.
We can do a little record for it. That'd be sick. That was the idea. So when we actually do have a website up and running, and we've got like a bigger following.
Again, signposting, right? Signposting people to the right places. So for situations like this, we put their information on, link to their website, so signposting people.
Little story about what they do, but yeah, they were just promoting.
Rate it.
So on October 15th, so literally yesterday. So in Hurricane Milton's impact continues to challenge communities in Florida. Our 2 field teams combined efforts to finish muck and gut operations at 2 sites with the support from day volunteers. In preparation for an influx of volunteers, we're focusing on an assessment completing 6 today. Our intake line is busy, with more calls coming in, and flyers are being distributed to spread the word. As the only organisation offering mould sanitation services, we're addressing a critical need, and the situation here in Pasco County is dire, said Levin Cook, yet we see remarkable resilience, which is pretty...
great.
A nice little light note at the end there, but yeah, so they are massive help, or a massive help to...
Shout out.
Or hurricane relief especially.
Good.
Especially now.
Good one.
Go for it.
Good one.
Good one, mate.
So, I'm going on to bore people now with running, as I do. You know, I have to go on about running. Beeve's gym friend is now twigged on. She's like...
Well, you say that. I've got myself
running shoes.
Proper pair of running shoes now, so
Yay.
in the gym I will be running too.
So, I've signed up to... Next year, I'm running 2 half marathons and a marathon now.
Oh, yeah, you said. You told me earlier today, didn't you?
Yeah, did I?
No, yesterday maybe.
I have signed up to the Cambridge Half Marathon, but I'm running it for Magpass.
Awesome.
So I'm looking forward to telling when we're going to the Magpass headquarters end of the month.
I got told.
Podcast.
Yeah, I got told by someone in the gym. They do a lot of volunteering for Magpass.
Oh, really?
And they said that the HQ is amazing.
It's brand new, right?
Yeah,
it's a brand new complex. So yeah, I signed on to that yesterday. I'm going to be raising money for Magpass. My target is like £500, so it's not too bad.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Considering last time I raised $3,000.
Yeah, I mean it's still good. You're doing it on your own, so.
I will do. So that's for Cambridge, and I've signed up for Bristol because my friend, Comedy Jack, who we had on, lives in Bristol. Yeah. He likes his running. I'm trying to push him to run more. So I said, I'll come to Bristol. We'll do the half marathon. So that's in May. And then I obviously had my Chelmsford marathon, which I couldn't do because of my ankle. Yep. Which I've moved next year.
Pre-booked.
So for everybody that doesn't care, I'm doing 2 half marathons on the marathon next year.
Proper.
I've got a new life goal as well.
What?
There's this thing called like the 6-star marathon. Yeah. Which is when what is the
Beans has found the fly.
She's hitting a cobweb or something. Oh. She's dusting for me.
Beans.
It's a 6-star marathon, which is the 6 major marathons throughout the world. So it's Boston, New York, London, Tokyo, Berlin.
Okay.
One more. It's in America. Oh, why am I doing this to myself today? Okay, anyway. Don't get bogged down by it.
Marathon in America. So in Texas? That's pretty big.
No, New York.
Is it like a city?
Yes. New York. What did I just say?
Washington?
No. This is not good listening.
No, New York is the only one I can think of. Why?
Chicago.
Oh, that's not like major.
But that's the new dream.
Okay.
You do them 6 major things and you get a separate medal to say you completed all. It's that's like the oh my god.
It's like the what?
It's like being a Pokemon gym lead. Like doing all the Pokemon gyms and then
such a nerd.
So that's my new. So I said about an Ironman.
Yeah.
I still want to do that, but I can't swim very well.
Yeah.
So maybe I should do the run instead. Either way, I'm gonna
get Ross Edgley. He'll teach you how to swim.
Well, or this guy can teach me how to run.
Well, this guy can teach you how to run. Ross Edgley can teach you how to swim, and you'll be.
I just need.
I'll be a piece of cake.
I'll get the Armstrong guy, the druggie. I'll get him to help me do the biking.
The druggie, solid.
Yeah.
That's it.
Not the one that went to the moon.
Somebody else that can cycle for
So inducted into Hall of Heroes.
Hall of Heroes.
Today is one of Australia's best known runners, Ned Brookman, who has achieved an incredible feat. The ultramarathon runner has completed a 1,000-mile charity run in Sydney, raising millions of dollars in the process. And currently, it stands at $2.6 million for homelessness charities. Yeah.
Oh my god!
At 3:45 on a humid Thursday afternoon. Humid Sydney.
Sydney
afternoon? I said Sunday, didn't I?
Sunday afternoon?
Because it said sunny Sydney.
Oh, okay.
Thursday afternoon. Endurance runner Ned Brookman took his first steps in a long 1,600 kilometre journey during which he has run 4 marathons a day for 10 days. Mm-hmm. The 24-year-old electrician from Forbes in Australia became an online sensation 2 years ago when he ran the breadth of Australia from Perth all the way to Bondi Beach in 46 days and 12 hours.
Jeez.
That trip saw him clock up an astounding 3,953 kilometres.
Yeah.
Mental.
I'd get sick and tired driving that long.
The time he has set for himself during this daunting challenge to cover the...
He's timing himself?
Well, he wants to beat a certain time, yeah. So it's 400 between October 3rd and October 13th. So he has finished.
Yeah.
Which equates to 403 laps of Sydney Olympic Park, which is attempting to beat a Guinness Book of Record set 35 years ago from a Greek ultra runner who did it in 10 days, 10 hours.
Oh my God!
Unfortunately, this is the sad part. The goal unfortunately slipped away over the weekend. However, Brockman persevered throughout injuries and fatigue in the event and finished the mind-blowing feat. So he didn't finish it because of injuries.
That's...
No, he finised it. He just didn't do it in the time.
Yeah, but still, that's a feat beyond... Yeah, I've just tweaked it on me that you really love like the fitness people, don't you?
Because it's an accomplishment. I just find anything to do with physical, mental feats. I think
human sort of endurance, that sort of stuff. You love it. Fair.
Brockman, who aimed to run about 16 hours a day, announced a challenge on Instagram in May and said, "We only get one chance at this, or one chance at life, and I hate to die wondering. There's no turning back now. The fun's just about to start," he said. So how does he stay in the zone for this long? James Ward, who is a support team leader, said there's no trick beyond completely blocking out all forms of mental stimulation, such as music. So he doesn't listen to any music.
He raw dogs it.
He literally raw dogs it until he gets desperate and he needs it the most. And that's when they'd introduce like music to just ease that situation and take away from him.
Oh, okay.
Which I think...
That's a good
I was literally talking
system.
to Callum about this today about running. And he was saying about because a lot of the marathons and stuff, you're not allowed to wear headphones.
Really?
It's for safety reasons, so you can know what's going on around you.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
In fact, they've got these new headphones that you can buy, which go on the outer
bone
part
conductor.
bone
conductor headphones. Yeah,
so you can still hear around you.
Yeah,
but I can't do it. I have to listen to music, so I just chuck them in.
I mean, I can't imagine. It sounds like a cool thing. The bone conductor headphones. Just going off topic here. Surely it'd give you a headache.
I want to
because it works through vibrations.
I do want to buy them.
Yeah.
For the fact that I plan to run a lot of marathons.
So you want?
Don't want it to be challenged if I'm there. And they say, take them out. I don't want to do that.
Says Little Miss Raw Dog in Flights.
It's completely different.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Mate,
you're running.
Different.
Surely you're just more focused on running.
You can tell you've never ran before.
Yeah. Oh, is it boring?
Come back to me when you've done like a half marathon.
Yeah.
Listen to me, Billy Big Bog. I've only ran fucking 3. But come back to me when you've done a half marathon. You understand the mental drain on it.
Really? Okay.
When you're just running and all you can hear is yourself breathing and your feet pitter-pattering. It's horrible.
I'd probably piss people off because I'd be singing in my own head.
You wouldn't because you'd be so drained. You can't think of anything other than, oh my God, my leg hurts. Oh my God, my back hurts.
It's just pure pain.
Yeah, it's pain. That's exactly what it is, pure pain.
Okay.
And anybody who runs marathons will tell you the exact same thing.
Fair enough.
That's why the mental aspect of it is that's what I like about it.
Challenging, yeah. Yeah. Taxing.
So asked why he was attempting it, he just said he's interested to learn where his limits lie. Again, similar to Ross Edgley,
yeah,
right?
This
is what I like.
Another human limitations thing.
He, the 25-year-old crossed the line to complete the distance on Wednesday, just after 6 a.m. And he ran equivalent of 38 marathons.
That's pretty mad. Again,
his goal is to raise 10 million for charity We Are Mobilised, which is the homelessness charity.
Yeah. How much is he up to?
2.6 million.
2.6. He's got a fair way to go.
I know, but he did. I think he did live stream it on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I guess once the news gets out there, celebrities and stuff hopefully will jump on.
Yeah, true. I mean, the more people talk about it, the reason, like this, again, that's the reason why we do what we do. So the more people talk about it, the more likely it's going to happen. I've established now that you're finding all these people. I think you're going to try and create some sort of superhuman serum. You just want to find all these people. You're going to abduct them, take some blood, and be like.
I think seeing these people pushes me to do something like that.
Yeah,
I would love to do something crazy, like run from like the top of the UK to the bottom of the UK.
I think you said something similar for Ross Edgley. I can see why. I can definitely see why it sort of pushes you into saying, look, these guys are doing it, so why can't I, sort of thing.
I guess it's like maybe a legacy thing.
A legacy? What do you mean? What?
Well, like when I die, I'd love to be like, you know what, that Ross Edgley, the guy that did the amazing, you know what I mean?
All the swimming, yeah.
I don't know what it is. It is a massive psychological thing. But I always need a challenge. It's
good.
Really. I need a challenge.
Good thing. It's a good thing.
Do you hear about the guy that kayaked all across the country?
No.
Are you
just making this up now?
No.
Oh, okay. No, this is.
He's got a YouTube channel. I can't remember what it's called, but he did he swim or he kayaked? Anyway, he stayed on water like the whole way through the country, or maybe it was like the whole.
That's it.
Or the River Thames from the start to the end.
I might have seen something about someone swimming.
It might be the River Thames.
River swimming. Yeah.
No, he didn't swim. He had a kayak, or maybe he kayaked the whole way.
Okay.
Anyway. Shit like that. I love stuff like that.
So basically you want a legacy. That's what you want.
I just want to complete something like that, yeah.
Okay. But in terms of a legacy, you want to be remembered for something.
It would be nice to be, yeah.
as a feat of human conditioning sort of thing.
Yeah, but I'm never going to be. Look at me, I've got a dad bod. I run like a.
It's time to start, mate. It's time to start.
Yeah, got to start somewhere.
It starts now.
But the sixth thing is, if there's anybody listening who's a millionaire or owns like a big company who wants to like sponsor me to do the 6 running
I
thing,
mean, yeah.
because it's not going to be cheap. If I have to fly to Tokyo, fly to America, stay in hotels,
Spenny.
pay for the events,
Yeah.
I just need somebody who's got a bit of money. Just be like, oh, you know what, Ryan?
I'll do you. I'll sort you out. I'll sort you out.
Yeah.
Well,
So that's my here. Oh, welcome to the Hall of Heroes.
Rewind. Yeah.
Hey, Ned, it's Ryan from No Good to Know. Welcome to the Hall of Heroes.
You make it sound like I know it's October and it's getting Halloween, but you make it sound spooky.
Does it sound spooky?
yeah. Welcome to Hall of Heroes.
All I can think of when I'm saying it is dwarfs from Lord of the Rings.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
The Hall of Heroes.
Because they live in like.
Yeah, I suppose it makes
caves.
sense. I mean, I think with an American spin on it, it sounds more like action hero-y for some reason.
Okay.
Welcome to Hall of Heroes.
We look like stupid commentators with our headphones on as well.
We definitely do. So, oh no, you got your wow facts. Damn it! I was gonna say that leads me on to like a perfect.
You
answer.
go, mate. You go.
You want me to?
Yeah,
go?
you know what? Do you know what?
Are you happy?
You go first, mate, and I'll go after
Oh,
my
snap.
You go. Yeah.
Well, so from Hall of Heroes to is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's the Outside Story.
I like that.
For this week's Outside Story, we're diving into the world of real life superheroes. Told you it was fitting.
Me?
I told you it was fitting.
One day.
No, we're not talking about Batman, Iron Man, or Wonder Woman, although we do love them, but about people who actually patrol the streets in
Side note.
costumes.
Who's your favourite superhero?
Superhero. Ooh, that's a tough one. Probably, I don't really have a favourite superhero, more anti-heroes. If I was...
Don't say Deadpool.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's always been Deadpool, mate.
he's so annoying.
If not, probably Batman.
Really?
Yeah, I like a bit of Batman. I like the dark, broody sort of vigilante aspect of
I
things.
don't think I've seen many Batman movies.
What? There's loads.
What does he say?
There's so
What's the
many.
famous saying he always says?
Where is she?
I'd say, what is it? Was it?
Where is she?
That's it. I was surprised you didn't say Joker, to be fair.
Nah.
Deadpool's
Joker's
terrible.
Joker's not a superhero.
No, he's an anti-hero.
He's a villain.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He's not an anti-hero.
Oh, what's Deadpool?
Anti-hero is like someone that does a lot of bad stuff, but they also save people's lives.
So annoying.
But I mean, I don't really.
Like Wolverine.
Not a big fan of X-Men and things like that. No. But yeah, so back to the old real-life superheroes. Risking their safety, should I say, and lives, I guess, for the greater good. And here's a curveball. Ever heard of Captain Australia?
No. Should I?
I mean, I guess
He's
not.
a Captain America's long-lost cousin, is he?
Yeah, I guess not. You heard right.
I can imagine him, right? Let me just paint the picture.
Go on.
Callum, I hope you get really offended. And Ash, I hope you get really offended by this. Captain Australia comes in on his surfboard
Why
with
is he
long blondie hair, with his thongs on his feet. What else do they wear? Vests.
He's got a mullet.
You'd get away with being an annoying
Proper
Australian person
bogan.
like that.
What? Why?
Dude.
Oh my god! Is it because I'm wearing like a tie-dye
free
tie-dye
life.
hoodie right now?
Free life. Let's just ride the ocean, dude.
Legalize it, dude.
Legalize it. I'm Captain Australia. I'm bringing
Why
you
is
the
he American?
surf.
Why is he from like
I can't do it.
Florida? Captain Australia.
Oh shit, yeah.
He's Australian.
I'm Captain Australia.
As if you were an American.
Go on.
No disrespect to Captain America, but Captain Australia is actually out there, utility belt and all, defending the streets.
Oh, of course he
down
does.
under.
What does he have in his utility belt, do you reckon?
Probably like a hammer, or he's like
Hammer?
Yeah, he's probably like a
He's
carpenter.
got Fosters in one.
We
He's
get
got his
rid-
wax-free
we get
surfboard in the other.
Disgustingly stereotypical now.
Some spare
It's like,
thongs.
Spare thongs. Now, these real-life superheroes may not have superhuman strength like the Hulk or Superman, but they are making up for it with their sheer determination and heart. From Cincinnati's Shadow Hare, who dislocated his shoulder whilst protecting a citizen, to Seattle's Phoenix Jones, who took a kick to the face in the line of duty, these caped crusaders are no strangers to danger. Sadly, not everyone can stick it out, and they can't stick out that superhuman lifestyle. Salford's Night Warrior hung up his cape after getting punched in the face. So, apparently, there's more than 200 real-life vigilantes out there donning masks and capes. So, a real-life superhero work is no joke, mate. It's
What
no
happened to when
joke.
they get arrested?
Well,
They reveal themselves?
yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Sorry.
I wanted to do a tier list of the top 10, but apparently there isn't a ranking system because nobody knows their true power yet.
Oh.
Oh, But I will talk about a couple of fun ones, and I'll list 10 known people. Or not their identity, but their superhero names. So you can look them up for yourselves.
Oh, they're superhero names.
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
So you can kick things off, or let's kick things off with the boldest one out there, Mr. Extreme. Mr. Extreme and the Extreme Justice League.
Shit name.
Yeah, but you gotta think they just.
What's your superhero name?
I don't have a superhero name. Oh, yeah, that would have been a good thing to
Yeah,
think of. Damn it.
that.
Right, you keep thinking. I'll keep reading. A team he founded are dedicated to fighting crime in San Diego and the surrounding area, which is very fitting considering Comic-Con is hosted there quite often. So maybe they're just sort of straight out of Comic-Con, straight into crime fighting. By day, Mr. Extreme, whose identity remains unknown, works as a security guard, but by night he patrols the streets, driven by his own experience as a survivor of violent crime. His mission is to protect, empower, and step in whenever necessary.
Are you actually going to go through 10 of these?
No, not 10.
Okay, good.
Each member of the Justice League brings their own unique approach. Mr. Extreme's gear reflects that in his outfit, somehow, featuring body armor and pinhole goggles, which I can't imagine would help.
Wait, we used to wear them for airsoft. You can't see
No,
that.
you can't see
greatly.
shit. But apparently his body armor weighs about 30 to 40 pounds, which is
Damn.
about 15, 16 kilograms, give or take. So it shows his readiness for action. The next one you're going to absolutely love. I don't know, you might have heard of him, to be fair, because I think he's on TikTok. So, Angle Grinder Man.
No, I don't have TikTok.
Who wears a light blue leotard, gold mask, and gold boots, carries a massive saw, and only comes out at night to help the citizens of Great Britain. The Angle Grinder Man, the mysterious hero of Kent, and on weekends, sometimes in London. His true identity is still unknown, but every night, Angle Grinder Man patrols the streets searching for drivers who have been stranded with wheel clamps, and decides to use or with a device used to immobilize cars. And because of too many unpaid parking tickets, motorists can either pay their fees to have their cars released or wait until the local hero shows up and uses his gold-painted circular saw.
But he's doing illegal shit.
Yeah, I know. This is vigilantes. It's not legal to be a vigilante.
Okay. That's true.
In less than a minute, Angle Grinder Man frees their vehicles, turning parking fines into just another night's work.
Nice.
So my third entry is Captain Australia. And he is a 30-something father of two who loves animals and has a green thumb. And he's been on a mission to fight crime in Brisbane, Australia since 2009. You might recognise him from his neighbourhood patrols, but his costume is inspired by the comic movie Kick-Ass, if you haven't seen it.
No.
You haven't seen Kick-Ass? No. Oh, man, you're missing out. He's armed with a flashlight, his phone, and a video camera, and he takes to the streets. Captain Australia claims to be a master of judo, jiu-jitsu, kung fu, and karate.
Nice.
Along with being an amateur boxing champion, he's skilled at parkour, he's a master escapologist, and knowledgeable in criminal psychology, hostage negotiation, and counter-insurgency tactics.
Okay, he's made these up. He's just extended his CV.
He's
trying to get that call from the Avengers.
Despite all these skills, he's afraid of heights.
Oh, for God's sake. How's he going to stand cool on the edge of a building and look cool, like waiting?
He can't do the Batman thing.
No.
He's just going to be shooting bricks. The last one, but not least, is the most famous, or maybe infamous, which is Phoenix Jones. A key figure in the Rain City superhero movement, patrols the streets in Seattle fighting crime and frequently calling 911?
Whoa.
He leads a team of fellow crime fighters, including characters like the Green Reaper,
Okay.
No Name, and Catastrophe. Nice. So they all sound like villains.
Yeah.
The Seattle Super Squad take to the streets every night armed with batons, pepper spray, a taser, and of course their phones. Which, like I said, this is where it starts to get like really dim and like maybe they shouldn't be doing this sort of stuff. Jones stands out in his comic book style outfit featuring a molded Batman-like body armor complete with ballistic vest, ballistic cup, and trauma plates on his arms and legs. Like his fellow heroes, he keeps his identity hidden behind a black gold mask. However, in 2011, he was arrested.
No, they revealed him. Have they revealed him?
Yeah.
No.
His true identity was revealed as Benjamin John Francis Fodor. What a name.
That is, yeah.
A special education teacher and father of two. But like any vigilante, it isn't really legal to take it upon yourself to fight crime in a rubber suit. So as a disclaimer, we don't condone the Violent Vigilante Act, but by all means, dress up and help the old lady cross the street.
Nice.
That's all right. So before I end this, here's the 10 that I found. So Mr. Extreme, Angle Grinder Man, Super Barrio,
Oh, God.
who I think he used to be like a Mexican wrestler, Captain Australia, Crimson Fist, Mengano, who is like a fake Magneto. I think he somehow uses magnets for some reason. Lionheart, Potesky Batman, who's I think he's like a Mexican Batman. Master Legend, who I think he comes from like Orlando, so he does a lot of stuff in Disney, and then Phoenix Jones. So they are my 10 superheroes. So if you want to go search up some real life superheroes, that's a couple of names for you.
At least you know you're going to be safe in Australia.
Or wherever else.
Wherever there's the heroes.
Yeah. Seattle or Comic-Con, San Diego. Yeah.
Weird, but good.
That's my odd side story.
That is a very odd story.
Odd side.
Odd side.
It's a plane. It's odd side story.
I'd be called Mr. OCD, and I'm here to clean your windows. You got dirty windows, don't you worry, Mr. OCD is coming.
I'll probably be Mr. Hyperactive or Mr. Fidget.
That's quite a good actually sales pitch, right? I just dress up as a superhero, like with a mask. Nobody knows who I am, and my van drives around, Mr. OCD, and I just clean windows. Nobody knows who I am though.
I'm not gonna lie, you've just
put it on TikTok.
Created a scenario.
Put something like that on TikTok, and that goes big.
True, but you've created yourself a scenario there to just be absolutely rugby tackled from the front of someone's house.
No, but I'm cleaning it. No,
isn't that spandex suit, peeping Tom, looking in my windows.
I wanted to pay me, so I'm going to like.
Oh, okay.
Are you calling Mr. OCD? £15. Yeah, fine. I'll be right there. Yeah, cash is fine. Just leave it under the mat. I'll be right there. And I turn up in a suit.
In a rubber suit.
Yeah.
A latex suit. Yeah, 100% you're getting weird looks.
That'd be so cool.
I mean, I suppose it works. It's a good gimmick to get yourself
exactly.
to business.
Exactly, get the business.
You might also...
And then someone will take a picture, it'll go viral.
Yeah.
Next thing you know...
Who the hell's this?
I'm a dragon on Dragon's Den.
Maybe he's a bit noncy. Looks a bit weird. He's
That's not too weird.
Climbing up a window, peeping in windows, dressed in a spandex suit. He's 100% doing something dodgy.
Mr. Wow, that's good to know.
What jumping?
The longest time someone has ever held their breath underwater is 24 minutes and 37 seconds.
What?
That's what I said.
Who? Who is it?
I don't know. I didn't get the name.
Oh.
I'm such an idiot.
You do this every
I
time.
know.
Yeah.
And
do you not think that it'd be good to know this?
Some of them I do get additional information on, but I don't know why.
It is called, wow, that's good to know. It'd be
that's
good
all
to
you
know
need
his
to know.
name.
That's all you need to know. Go and Google it. The world's longest concert lasted 453 hours.
That sounds awful.
It took place between March 17th and April the 5th in 2017 as part of Canada's celebration of their country's 150th anniversary.
Was there like one person playing?
No, there's been multiple bands.
Okay.
Ketchup was once sold as medicine.
Okay.
In 1830s, Dr. Bennett said it was be used for diarrhea, indigestion, and jaundice.
Oh.
Jaundice one I get because of the tomatoes.
Yeah.
The others I don't get. Animals can also be allergic to humans.
Oh.
Wachoo. Imagine Beans just sitting next to you.
Just sneezing in you.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
She dribbles all over me. It's annoying. The longest fingernail of all time is over 6 foot long.
Gross. I've seen it. Is it the Indian guy? The one that put it in a bag?
Do you know what me and Alice were talking about the other day?
So gross to think of.
Why are you yakking?
Because I remember watching Jackass and Steve-O sipped beer from it.
Oh, I do remember that.
That guy, that's him. Oh, it's so gross. Oh, no.
Steve-O's a legend.
Yeah, he is, but that's grim.
Have you ever seen the man that just held his hand up for all the years?
No.
Oh, there's a man.
What?
They were doing it on Alice watches Big Brother.
Yeah.
She's like, how long do you think you could hold your hand up for? And I was like, I could do a few hours.
I've been hitting the gym. I can do it for a while, yeah.
But there's a man who's done it for years and years and years and years and years. And his arm's just like locked now.
Oh, so it's...
Google it. I think it's in like India or something like that again. His arm's really skinny. Obviously.
Physically locked
but it's like locked up place. And he's kept up the whole years.
It's like the... have you ever done the stretch where you put your arms in the door frame and you hold your arms up and push against the door frame?
Oh, yeah, and then you let go.
Away. Yeah, and they're stuck up there. Yeah. So, but he's got that for life with just one arm.
But it's his own fault because he decided to do it.
That's a weird thing to do, but maybe it's part of religion. Who knows?
I don't think it was.
No, he's just done it for fun.
I think he's done it for fun. I think he's done it for banter. You know I said about legacy earlier.
That's his legacy. He's going to be buried like that. He's going to be buried with his arm.
He's going to have a coffin which is square. He's got like a little sticky out tube.
The poor coroner's going to try and fold his arm back down. It's just going to spring back up every time. He's going to throw things out of his hand.
You just throw him out a window like Superman.
Madness.
Superman!
He's going to be buried like Superman. Buried standing up straight.
So that was my last fact. That was a good one.
That was funny. That's a weird one, but funny.
That episode ended weird.
It's because we ended
it took
on the
a mad turn.
We ended on the facts.
It took a mad turn. But thank you everyone for listening.
Cool.
We're calling it a day there.
Yeah.
Episode 25, we're a quarter of a century. Oh, actually, if you're listening...
hold on. Before you say anything, the fact that you just said that then, on the way, on the walk here...
Yeah.
I realised that I think every episode you've always announced what episode it has been.
Yeah.
And in my head I was like, I wonder when he's going to stop doing that. I mean,
I'm
he has
not.
episode like 478. And you're like,
No.
it's episode 478.
Yeah,
Welcome to Good to Know.
Of course.
But the fact that you didn't say it at the start of this episode.
Didn't I?
No.
I
But
am.
you've subconsciously
just
had to say it now.
But what I want people to do, I noticed our first ever episode on YouTube was on 99 views, and it's really annoying me.
Oh, it's really...
I don't want to watch it myself again just to get the view up.
I don't think it worked. I don't think it counts.
Can you?
Is it done? I think
Okay.
it's done on accounts.
So if you're listening, obviously
Please.
there's going to be at least one person listening. Please go and watch the first ever episode again.
So
Just
yeah,
to tick it over to
views.
100.
At the same time, oh man.
It's been stuck on 99 for ages.
Yeah. Is it really?
I look at it every day. I look at it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
He's got OCD. It needs to be 100.
I just want to tick it
You're
over.
killing him
It's
inside.
cool though, won't it? Just to tick
It
it
would
over
be
to
good
100.
to see it over to 100.
So
I
if you
mean,
li-
ideally, we get to 1,000. That'd be great. But
Oh, that would be sick. But
soon, hopefully, fingers crossed.
And also, while you're there, watch that to take it over to 100. And then while you're on your laptop or on your phone, email us at KTGGTKpod@outlook.com. Send us a story or just give us some feedback or just say hello.
I'd like to hear from you. It'd be nice to hear some positive words from yourselves.
Tell them a social with beef.
On the socials, jump on over to @KTGGTKpod on Instagram. Know the Good to Know Pod on Facebook,
Yep.
or podcast on
Like that.
Facebook,
Yep.
or Know the Good to Know Pod on TikTok as well. You can see some posts. I've been slaving away to make some cool things for you.
They're always so good. As well.
I put the effort in. I tried to make them fun.
It's annoying that they're not acknowledged as much as they should.
It is what it is, my guy. I mean, we get like average about 700 views per thing on TikTok now, which is pretty cool. But at the same time, you got like we said ages ago. Imagine 700 people in a room.
No, and I get it.
It's good. It's cool. But
I do get it.
yeah, we'll get there.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for listening. Have a great rest of the week. We'll
Please-
see you next Monday. Please
Please write a review on
on the pod.
either YouTube or Spotify as
Spotify.
well, because it always helps us out.
Yes.
But yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Stay positive.
Stay positive.